Hello there. Hey, it's me again. This is Sebastian, and I'm going to take a moment to talk about the plans that I have for this channel going forward. What's going on with the leaks? What's going to be happening with future uploads? What am I going to be doing with the rest of this channel? I'm also going to take a minute to talk about why you should support leaks. And I'll elaborate on that later. But first things first, I need to talk about the future of the channel, because there's a lot of stuff that I have that isn't entirely prototype, Nintendo, beta, leak related, whatever the hell you want to call that. But it is a lot of stuff that is passionate to me, and I've been working on it way longer than any of the leak stuff blew up. That was completely unexpected, and I'm grateful for that. I thank you guys for watching and checking out the videos. But that's not all that I have to offer. So let's talk about this. First things first, I am going to keep doing the prototype videos. I'm going to keep talking about leaks. I'm going to keep you up to date every Friday, Saturday, whatever, when it happens. When we get stuff, I'll be right there with you guys. I'll be streaming it. I'll have everything, all of the info that you could possibly need to know. That will be all there and available, and I'll do my best to keep up with it. There have been a few things that have come out that aren't really that super important, like the source code for 99 Nights, the game with Tak Fuji at fucking E3 2010-11. I forget which one, but if you know that one, you know that one. It's hard to forget Tak Fuji's presentation for 99 Nights 2 with the Warmirian troops. Wow. I didn't really report on that because I couldn't do anything with it, and it wasn't that important. Something that you can do to keep up with me personally is you can join the Mirror House speedrunning Discord, which I own, and we have a channel dedicated to tracking and documenting the leaks that have been happening that aren't exactly on the super giant news media breaking level that was last Friday and the Friday before that, but we still keep up to date. We keep tabs, and you can check in with me and see what's going on. And we have a few pretty good, pretty big, important channel contributors that I really appreciate, like Meme Saucy, he's in there. Crash Override, he's in there. Sheldon, who helps me manage stuff, quote unquote, he's in there too. So if you want to keep up with me personally, I don't have any social media other than YouTube and Discord, so you can keep up with me there. After that, besides the prototype videos, I'm going to be making lost media documentaries inspired by Blame It on Jorge and LSSQ. I love those guys. I love watching their vids. So I'm gonna try making my own. I've actually been working and researching on a big one. It's a lost media documentary about a canceled, unreleased, destroyed, all the lost media buzzwords, animated movie. And it was actually an animated movie that featured the first ever animated music video. It's called Happy New Year, Planet Earth, and I'm going to be working on that. I've collaborated with friends. I've got a lot of information, and I'm still waiting on some other stuff. I've had a lot of email correspondence. I've been doing some pretty high-tier investigation about this. And with any luck, that will be done by the end of... I want to say by the end of the month, but if that's not the case, then middle or early next month, I'll have that. and I'm going to be doing more of these. I have more planned. The quality, you'll see, I'm actually quite a good editor. So you'll see that I'm actually better at more things than just showing Mirror House for the 8th time. I also have my gameplay videos that I was doing before this whole thing blew up. Leningrad plays Minecraft, where I get with my group of friends and we sit down and we play some Minecraft and we have a load of fun and barrels of monkeys. That's a little bit on the back burner at the moment, just because I have a lot of stuff going on personally, and I still have some prototype videos that I need to get out. But that is still coming. Season 2 of Leningrad Plays Minecraft. We're getting there. We're almost done with that. And as soon as I'm done with school, which ends this week, thankfully, as soon as I'm done with that, I will have all the time in the world to work on things as I see fit. Maybe, eventually, I'll do some... Not really, I have written in my notes philosophy videos, but what I really mean is giving my thoughts on events within the gaming community and within lost media archiving, all that kind of stuff. I think that my perspective on these things is worth value, so I will be giving it, and I'll have some videos up, and this is actually kind of one of those. The last thing is, I'm also going to be continuing another series of videos that I was doing before everything blew up. I'm going to be doing reviews of albums and movies and games, and I'll have people help me out here and there, and I'll bring them on, and we'll talk about stuff, and it'll be all good and great. And if you're at all interested in that, keep an eye out, because I have a lot of ideas regarding that. I had a few videos up, and I did unlist them because I'm not too happy with the quality of them. But if you want to come in to the Discord and just ask me about anything, I'll probably I might make a video on it. So then I want to get to the other side of this video, because that wasn't all I had to say. That wasn't all I had to talk about. I want to address something that I've seen debated, not even during the initial leak from 2 Fridays ago, but just an overall general, I guess, moral question of why should we or why shouldn't we support leakers, and why shouldn't we support what they're doing. So I'm going to tell you why you need to support your fellow hackers, why you need to support leakers and what they do, because this is important to not only just the gaming industry, because of its very stagnant, very kind of deteriorated state, because the gaming industry it's up the shitter right now. Like, it is terrible. I'm really not happy with what's going on in the gaming industry at the moment. And I'm not even, like, talking about the stereotypical anti-SJW, like, there's too much politics in my video game. Like, I'm not even talking about that, but they're just general business practices that I disagree with, and that really hurt games overall as an artistic medium. And that's something I really have to reiterate, and I might make a video on. Video games are art. What people do, the time that people spend working on video games, all of the art, all of the assets, all of the code, the music, everything. The marketing, the branding, everything is important, as it is probably the last bastion of true art. And especially sometimes with indie developers, art is really, really, really important. And the video game industry itself impacts the entire world of art, and I'll get into that at a later date. But right now, I need to talk about some of the points that I have written as to why you should support leakers. So here's my first one. Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, Activision, EA, all of the quintessential video game businesses and companies Just in general, they have a lot of unreleased content that isn't publicly archived. And I know a counter argument to this is, well, why should they archive it? It's unreleased, it's unfinished, it has no value. They already pushed out the product that they want to. But what's really important for understanding the context of everything that is created within the game, around the game, about the game, to fully understand the context that the people who worked on those games understood and feel, to really get a grasp of what the intended message and the journey that it was, not only playing the game, experiencing the game, but experiencing the design process and the creative process behind the games. Unlike prototypes and unreleased versions, beta builds, sorry, I have a little bit of an illness. Those are really important to understanding the whole message, and getting into the mindset of the people who worked on those games. If you can look at how, example, Super Mario 64, if you could look at the first alpha build, and then you look at the first final build, and you can see all these changes, you really get into the mindset of the designers and what they had in mind, what they were doing, what didn't work, what worked. We don't get a lot of that. What we are given is probably maybe a sentence of information from the publisher, or the company behind it, or the team behind it, or the lead dev, or whatever, or whoever. Most of the time we just get, well, yeah, for example, originally in the game we had a gun, and Mario could shoot a gun, but we removed it because Mario doesn't shoot guns, or something like that. That's really all we get. But we don't get to see the entire change logs and the good technical bits. Now that is a really niche area, and that's a really niche interest. So I understand that could be a bit of a detriment to the idea of leaks, but it's also just exciting to see what oh my god, Windows Defender. It's really just exciting to see what's behind the curtain. And that brings me to another point: understanding what's behind the curtain on the software end of your games, and what the creative process was. We can also talk about the hardware end, because understanding internal hardware documentation actually allows people to learn more about their favorite consoles and get involved with the industry, become an innovator, actually apply and learn from the greats of the industry. You know, take the N64 documentation and look at it, and look at the IQ player, and take that into your own personal experience. If you have that in your repertoire, that will improve your chances of being able to actually put out a good product. I think that's generally how it goes. You learn from those who are good at it, you know? You take a look at what Nintendo is doing, and you take inspiration from that, and you apply that into your own area, to your own work. And that's generally how some of the best, well, quote-unquote best, some of the most critically acclaimed games out there, like Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight looked at what Capcom did with Mega Man, and they really did their research. They did their homework, because they love Mega Man. They wanted to make a like NES game, an NES-like game. So they used all of the technical limitations that they could implement that would make sense. They went ahead and they used some color palettes from back then. They did all of that work, and now look at Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is an amazing game, probably the best indie game ever made. And they updated it from 2014 to 2020. They did a lot of work on Shovel Knight, and they updated every version. They updated PS3 and PS4 and Wii U and Xbox and all of this, and they did it because they learned from people in the industry who were experienced with it and knew what they were doing. So that brings me to another point. The companies themselves don't care much for preservation of games. Now, I'm not saying we need to build a video game museum and throw all the prototypes in there so no one could ever experience them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that companies are the corporate, bureaucratic element of the gaming industry is completely disconnected from the idea that video games have artistic value. They only purely see it as a product. They don't understand the actual value of games themselves besides monetary value. The companies in charge of this, they don't release their archives, they don't show us what's going on behind the scenes for the most part on the video game level. Now, obviously, it makes sense if they didn't want business secrets out there or trade deals or whatever the hell. I don't know, man. All of the corporate stuff, I don't really want to see that. That's not what I'm interested in. What I am interested in is the history behind these games, and I think you guys are too. So that's why you should support your leakers, your friends who are out there fighting the good fight, trying to make sure that art out there is not lost and is kept permanently, and it's open and widely available for everyone out to see. So I really just want to say a huge thank you to archive.org and Hidden Palace and Cutting Room Floor and Lost Media Wiki, doing fantastic stuff out there for preservation of games and other lost media. So thank you all for that. Leakers are heroes, man. They're literally risking jail time to give us stuff that we don't know about, bring new information to light, and make it easier for us to actually understand technical aspects behind our own games, the games that we love to play. That's about it for me. I think I said mostly what I wanted to. Make sure you join the Discord server for Mirror House speedrunning, and you can find that in the description of this video. You can find it in the description of the Mirror House videos. You can find it in my channel description, and that is the only social media you'll really be able to find me on. I don't use Reddit, I don't use Twitter, I don't use Instagram, I don't use Facebook. I really only go on 4chan, Discord, and Reddit. That's about, not Reddit, YouTube. Oh god, the logo mixed me up, man. So yeah, I don't have social media, but come to the Discord server and we'll hang out, we'll chat, we'll have a good time. We'll talk about all sorts of stuff. One more thing, on a personal note, happy birthday, Etika. I miss you, brother. Etika's 30th birthday was today, and I miss him. I feel like maybe he would have covered these leaks if he was still with us. But that's all for me. I'm signing out, and I'll see you all on the next video, hopefully. Have yourselves a damn good one.